Hey guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. And if you guys have already been subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing. Today's video is yet another best of color series. And today we're going to tackle yellows, oranges and golds. I had to mix a few things just to feel that it does make sense in the color category. So without further ado, let's dive right into the video and see which are my best of these color shadows in my collection. So as always, I'm going to go from light to dark. And the first shadow that I want to talk about is a Super Shock shadow. And this is in the shade Flipper. I actually don't know whether it is available right now or not, but it is such a pale orange with a gold flip. I love the way it shines when the light hits it. I mean, it's so beautiful. And this is one of the orange that do not hesitate wearing at all. I know oranges and yellows can be like super intimidating if you do not use it the right way, but I feel that this can definitely transform the look. It definitely has a lot of silver glitter specks in it, nothing chunky or anything, but the reflection is amazing. So I definitely wanted to include that. Now moving on to a ColourPop single shadow, and this is in the shade IOU. This is the light orange matte in my collection, I would say, which is amazing as a crease shade. And this is how ColourPop's IOU swatches. I will be including the tutorial on this eye look at the end of the video, so please do stay tuned for that. But this matte it's such a wearable matte, I would say. Yes, it is an orange, but it gives so much warmth to a look where if you're doing a warm look, I would say that into the crease would just give such brightness and sunshine onto your eyes. It's amazing. The next thing that I wanted to include is another shimmer shadow. It's more of like a topper shade, I would say. And this is a light gold topper. In the pan, it looks like white. And this is from AB8's Jackie Aina palette. And this is called Trust Issues. And this is how it swatches. It's such a beautiful pale gold. The reflection is stunning. Again, this is like a transforming shade. This applied onto any eyeshadow would definitely take it to another level altogether. Now let's move on to some more of the crease shades and matte. The next one is from At Forest Sight Raw Beauty Christie collaboration, and the shade name is called Chanterelle. This, I cannot even explain how it is. It's a beautiful yellow orange. Look at the swatch, and this is what I have on my crease today. It definitely gives any warm look like a hint of yellow from behind. It's such a beautiful shade, again, in my collection. I do have a few of these shades. This by far would be the best quality that I wanted to suggest for you guys. Plus, it's affordable. Who's complaining about that? Not me, for sure. So the next shade that I want to talk about is from an actually the first palette that ColourPop launched, and that's from Yes Please palette, and the shade name is called Chauffeur. This again, when it came out, this was all the range. This again is a beautiful orange, but with a gold flip. Look at the swatch. I mean, can you swatch properly first? So this is a beautiful orange with a golden flip. Again, if you love oranges, this should be like a must-have in your collection. It's truly like a tangerine shade. Beautiful, beautiful on your eyes. So the next shade is another crease shade, I would say, but it's not orange. It's more of a mustardy yellow brown. And this is from Morphe's Jaclyn Hill palette, and the shade name is called Pukey. You have seen me applying this shade so many times. Whenever I'm thinking of like a orange or a yellow look, this is definitely the first thing that I apply on my eyes. So I do have Pukey like in between, lower in my crease. So that's one shade that you're seeing. And this is how it looks. It might even look a little bit of brown. That's just because it has like a mustardy brown undertone, but it definitely has that mustard in it. That's why I wanted to include in this category. I definitely feel that this is such a must-have shade when you're going for that yellow look. Now the next shade is a beautiful gold shade. This is like the showstopper of golds, and this is this middle shade, and it's called Gold Nectar, and this is from the Pat McGrath's Sublime Eye Ecstasy palette. Wait for the swatch. I mean, look at that. The shine, the creaminess, the blendability, it transforms the look like none other. I absolutely love this gold shade in my collection, and I think it's like a must have in the collection. This kind of like gold is like not like in your face gold. It definitely has more of that rustic feeling to it. It's not high impact. Yes, it is in high impact shine, but not like that gold, if you know what I mean. I do have that gold in a beautiful finish coming up next, but I would show it to you guys. The next two shades that we're going to talk about is from Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette, and I think you can guess which shade it is. The first one would be Pumpkin Spice and the next one would be Ginger Spice. Again, a beautiful palette launch from Too Faced, and such great quality. I absolutely love them. This is Pumpkin Spice, a beautiful orange, and this is more of that deep orangey red shade. It definitely has like a rustic red in it, but it definitely has a lot of orange. I absolutely love both of these shades, and that's what I have as my outer corner shade. Now you would see I did include Chanterelle from the At Forest Sight palette. This is definitely a little more darker than that. It appears to be like similar in the pan, but it's definitely more lighter. Let me just swatch it for you guys right next to each other so that you can see. So this was Pumpkin Spice and this is At Forest Sight Chanterelle. So see how it's more of this yellow in the At Forest Sight palette. Such beautiful shades, but I mean, this is stunning when you apply it on your eyes. Cannot even explain how it is. Now the last three shades, all of them are shimmers, but different shimmers, of course. And this is what I was saying, when you want that gold effect on your eyes, you cannot go wrong with this at all, and you will not regret this. And this is West Coast from At Forest Sight palette. This gold, look for yourself. Look at that shine. I mean, I absolutely love each and every shade of this palette, but there are only two shimmers in the palette, but the shimmers that are included is unlike others. If you want like a yellow gold in your collection, just go with West Coast and you will not be disappointed at all. The next shade that I'm going to talk about is again from Morphe's Jaclyn Hill palette, and the shade name is called Queen. Again, this shadow will beat or will compete with Pat McGrath's shadows. It's such a beautiful antique gold. Definitely not this gold, but look at that. It is more like of a rusty bronze in it. I mean, this on the eyes, it's stunning. I will show it to you swatched next to each other at the end of the clip so that you can see it. Right now, it's all like my hand is all messed up, but if you can see, I mean, I'll show it to you at the end, but that's how it feels in the swatch. Now, the last shade that I wanted to include in this yellow-orange series is from Urban Decay's Born to Run palette, and the shade name is called Ignite. This is such a beautiful copper. I mean, freaking crazy it is. Look at that. This is what I have on my entire eyelid. And from the Jackie Aina palette, I have trust issues in my inner corners. Again, if you are looking for a copper shadow, look no further. I mean, get the Urban Decay Born to Run palette out. It is amazing. The quality and the shades that are included in that palette is absolutely crazy, I would say. So let me show you the ultimate rundown of the color series. So starting from here, this is ColourPop's Flipper. This is ColourPop's IOU. This is AB8's Jackie Aina palette and the shade name is called Trust Issues. This is At Forest Sight Chanterelle. This is Colourpop's Yes Please palette Chauffeur. This is Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette Pukey. This is Pat McGrath's Gold Nectar. This is Too Faced Pumpkin Spice from the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. And this is Ginger Spice from the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. This is West Coast from Colourpop's At Forest Sight palette. This is Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette Queen. And this is Urban Decay's Born to Run palettes Ignite. And that's my color range for my best of yellow, oranges and gold. And that's my final look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this gold, orange, yellow, a mixture of eyeshadow, my best of eyeshadows. Each of the shadows that are included in this color series, I absolutely love and adore, and that's the main reason why I wanted to share it with you guys. I would absolutely love if you would tell me what is your favorite yellow orange shade and from which palette, so that if I have not tried it already, let me find it out and try it out. And I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and ring the notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload every Tuesday, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. But until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!